realized that I started the conversation mid-talk, which means that I was talking about in the last video, and make sure you check it out. Just subscribe and you'll find it if this is for you. It's um, how to send demons into pigs. But I didn't talk about what is a demon. I talked about it in the discussion because people had a lot of questions, which was really, really engaging. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below if this is a topic that matters to you. This is about the apex human awakening. We're going into a golden age. And geopolitical Christianity is Christianity revealed, revised, and restored. The churches have deviated from the original teachings. Christians originally were the seekers. We are the people that are seekers. So the Hebrews originally were Christian. The original, this goes all the way back, tens of thousands of years. It's not new. So the new name that we have today is Christian, and that's just since Jesus came, one of the last prophets of that structure. So look into the Yazidis, the Sabians, and these other old ancient cultures that understand this. But anyway, today we're talking about demons. What is a demon? What is it really? What is a demon really? And we're going to be talking about what demons really are, why the church hides this teaching from you, from this understanding, because it's like little teeny tiny children know what a demon is. And you know too. You're going to watch this video and say, oh yeah, I remember this. Duh, right? You already know this stuff. This is just here to remind you. And then how to spot them in your life. And finally, we're going to talk about how to remove them from your life. And let's not forget how to keep them out. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said, get out. You have to tell them to get out now. Okay. So, first of all, what is a demon? We're not going to go there. We're going to talk about why the church is keeping it away from us. The church and the media have given us demon imagery. So first of all, demons almost rarely, if ever, make themselves visible. They're not going to be visible to you. Okay, let's keep that clear. Now, if you're starting to see things that you think are demonic or demonic imagery, that's just because you are channeling or expressing an understanding that comes from Hollywood, the media, the church, right? It's Dante's Inferno. It's not coming from reality. The reality of demons is far more mundane and far more practical and far more rational. It's not dramatic, theatrical, like what you see in the church and what you see in Hollywood. So we got one person in the chat, so I'm going to start getting into it. So the church and the media have lied to you, the horns and green skin and pitchforks and sinewy, muscly, big-toothed monsters that come out of the shadows and get you. That's not a demon, okay? Not a demon. That's Hollywood. That's theatrics. That's Dante's Inferno. It's all bullshit, okay? And so the church doesn't really want you to know what a real demon is, because if you knew what a real demon was, you'd do like little children. You would just not go near it. The church is full of demons. You take a little tiny child to a church, and a lot of them will get freaked out. They'll just, I don't want to go there. Little ones, I'm talking about under the age of 4. 3, 4, that age. Little teeny tiny babies don't have a choice. They don't even know what is going on. But you take a little tiny child to an old church that's full of demons, meaning, and again, we're going to talk about what a demon is. They will freak out. Children know what a demon is immediately because humans are just a higher type of animal. So we know how to recognize patterns in nature that are destructive or detrimental to us. And so let's get right into what is a demon. First and foremost, I'm going to lay the groundwork, make it as simple as possible. A demon is a disharmonious energetic system. That's it. Now, I know it sounds complex, but it's probably the simplest way to ever describe one. It's not a winged, bat-looking, scary, black-skinned thing. It's just a disharmonious, energetic thing. It's an electromagnetic frequency that is disharmonious for the human form. So and I always like to use the example of bleach or hydrochloric acid. If you have a cup of water, you have a cup of bleach on a table, the cup of bleach is going to be a demon or demonic because it is a frequency. It has an energetic signature that is destructive to your body and ultimately to your spirit. So that's demons in very, very short term. Now we're going to go deeper into what that represents. Like, what does that mean in the real world? And we've got, let's see, we've got, okay, I'm not going to say your name. We're talking about demons, and we're talking about basically what a demon really is. The church, a lot of religions, Islam included, which I can assume that you're Islamic based on your name, uses a lot of lies. And so this is this is a topic for people who are actually interested in moving forward. You know, this is not for children. So let's see based on your comments if you are part of the uh, advancing community of Apex humans. Let's see. I'm the only one who's watching, so you don't have to talk. Just close the live. See, again, useless. So I'm going to get back into it. So demons are a disharmonious energetic frequency, and you can tell that a demon is in your life. We're going to go into that anyway. So it's electromagnetic frequency that's not functioning. You know, it's something that gets in your way. It's like this person. This is kind of the person here is kind of like a tool of a demon. And not, again, it's not a horned, scary, monstrous thing. It's just an electromagnetic frequency that is that saps energy or zaps energy. Demons are parasitical. They're parasites. So anything in nature, anything in reality that drains you of energy but doesn't contribute anything in return is parasitical. Humans are, we're like angels. We're more than angels. We're gods, really. And we have a very high and refined form of energy. A very high and reformed form of energy. And energy, again, is a misused word. What I mean is we're an electromagnetic signature that is very refined. Okay? And so we are exceptional sources of energy. And so in this world that we live in, it's not just a physical world. It's a spiritual world. It's an electromagnetic world. It's a world based on frequency, sound, things that you cannot visually perceive. And so in this world, you have consciousnesses that are imperceptible by sight. Okay, you cannot see them, just like you can't see electromagnetic frequency. You can't see RF, radio frequencies. You can't see EMF. You can't see any of that. And demonic energies are just that. You know, they're not, again, they're not what you see in Hollywood or in churches or in the Islamic world, any of that stuff. You know, it's none of that stuff, not the jinns or anything like that. It's like, it's something that you can encounter. So if you look at Hiroshima or Chernobyl or places like that, those are high demonic spaces. This just means that there's spaces where you as a human, if you expose yourself to that energy, it's destructive to what you are. It'll zap you and drain you and destroy your energy. That's all it is. Demons do have a source. It's just dark energy, darkness. Okay. And then, all right, we'll just remove this person. Let's see if we can remove, and we'll just remove. I don't want to put too much energy in these people, but there. Okay, good. We removed most of them. All right, so it's just demons have a source. It's dark energy, and again, in the realm of reality, you have think of life as like spinning in multiple directions, right? You have life that spins like this, and then you have life that spins like that. And when those two come together, you have disharmony, you have dissonance. Uh, in the music world, we call them dissonance or dissonant chords. And so harmonious chords sound very good. They're very elevated. They're actually good for the body. But dissonant chords tear you down, pull you down, and actually make you feel afraid and things like that. Let's see. Someone looks familiar. Oh, Mr. Goat 170. Hey, I found you again here. Haha. How are you? I am well. I realized that in the last talk, Mr. Goat 174, I said Mr. Oh, sorry. Mount Goat 174. Hey, I found the passage from St. Michael. Beautiful. I'm so glad you found that. Also, look up St. Nicholas and St. Nicodemus. Those two are, St. Nicholas is the demon slayer, the enemy of demons. We can always pray to Christ, but sometimes our perspective of Christ, it's like anyway, I'm going to get into it. So we're talking today about what is a demon. I realized I didn't really go into what a demon actually is. So I'm going to be talking about that. I kind of started off talking about basically demons are disharmonious energy. Energy that is, and again, the word energy has been misused, but basically think of life as a river, right? And the river is like swirling and flowing and doing its thing. And it's, let's say the river is flowing this way. Okay, that's life. And then something happens that flows opposite to that. It's disharmony. Anything that flows with the river is harmony. Demonic energies are just the thing that flows opposite of the flow of life. God is with you, flowing with life, like the flow of life, like that. And so demonic energies, frequencies, they are electromagnetic forces, electromagnetic frequencies that are contrary to life. That's it. Simple, easy, right? But Hollywood gives us all these images of, like, scaly monsters, reptilians. And by the way, reptilians exist. They're real people, but they're just a different type of civilization. They live here on Earth with us and they're older than us. But they're not to be like interacted with. They just have a different thing going on, and they probably predated on us for probably tens of thousands of years. So we just don't deal with them. Mostly reptilians are not great, but they're not evil and they're not demons. They're just like an alligator. You don't go and swim in the river with alligators. They're gonna eat you. Same with reptilians. They're just another life form that probably eats us, and so we stay away from them. But they've been deemed as demonic, but they're not. Demons are just energies that are anti-human. That's all. Anti-life for humans. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad you were able to find Saint Michael. Saint Michael, the defender, great defender. Saint Michael's a great archangel, and we can depend on him. You could actually pray to Saint Michael. You could pray to Saint Nicodemus and Saint Nicholas, and they will help you to defeat demons if your prayers are not reaching Jesus because of the demonic possession you have. It's like a relay race. I mean, you can always reach Jesus, but you got to get to the real Jesus. But sometimes you've been shown a Jesus that is really the Antichrist and destructive. And so people will pray to this Antichrist thinking they're going to get help, and they never get help. And then they hate God, and then Satan wins, right? So demons are, getting back on topic, demons are disharmonious energy that flows in the opposite of life. And so anytime you feel depressed or self-critical or hateful or angry or resentful or sad or any of those dark moods, that's a demonic possession. That's all it is. It's not a big deal. You can get through it, but you can also relieve yourself and release yourself from that through the power of Christ and through the power of your apex human awakening. So demons are not bad. They're not bad in that sense or evil in that sense. It's like bleach isn't evil. Hydrochloric acid is not evil. Fire is not evil. It's the question of how are you applying it and where are you applying it? And when you understand that, you can defeat demons, defeat demons, and understand that it's just something you don't want to expose yourself to. It's that simple. Like, snakes are not evil. They're not bad. They're not from the devil. They're just things that you don't want to expose yourself to if you don't know how to handle them. Now, a snake handler is fine with a cobra or a death adder or something like that. But you, as a regular person who doesn't deal with these things regularly, should probably not deal with them. Like demonologists or people who work in the occult, like I did for a long time, we know how to engage with demons. Like I've stepped away from it because it's too much work. But a regular everyday person should never deal with those things, right? Just like Jesus was one of those occult masters. He was a sorcerer, believe it or not. And it says it in the Bible. Now, people said that he was a Satanist and a demon worshiper or whatever, but he wasn't, obviously. But he was one who knew how to manipulate source energy. And so that's why in Matthew 8, chapter, the one that I read earlier, Matthew 8, 24 through 29 through 34, I think it is. Anyway, the story of the demons that he cast the pigs into, the pigs that he cast the demons into, they talked to him. The demons recognized him and said, "Oh, Son of God, did you come to torture us today?" He's like, "No, I didn't come to torture you today." They're like, "Oh, can you leave us alone? Oh, can you just like throw us into those pigs so we can just get away from you?" Because Jesus's light was so bright. See, demons are parasitical electromagnetic frequencies, but they're conscious. And so they can recognize a light source. They can't touch children as much. They can always get women, though. They always are able to jump into women because women are more susceptible to that because of their energy field as females. Men are more closed off because men are, honestly, men are dull. Um, not in a bad way. It's just the men are not, why do you think the Satan came, the Nefesh, the Nakash came to Chava, or Eve, the female, because she was an open energy field. So the demon could come to her, the serpent could come to her. So women are more susceptible to demon possession than men. But that's just because they're more open. They're more open fields. Their energetic field is open. That's why they carry children. They get the spirit and they produce a child. But getting back to it, demons are not bad evil. They're just energetic frequencies that are destructive to your spiritual walk, your progress in life. Even if you're not a religious person, like you could be a person that just wants to go and build a farm or something, or create a vaccine. I don't know, not that vaccine, but like create a new medicine or something. You want to help the world. A demonic energy is going to send doubt, self-criticism, illusion, confusion. That's what demons are. They're just electromagnetic frequencies that go in the opposite form of life. And this is something that only apex humans understand. So I get it. There are only a few people in the chat can even follow me. So, but this is for the one person who gets it. And by the way, share this with people that you think are evolved enough to understand what I'm saying. So their demons are parasitical energies, and they are passed from the mother to the child. They almost never pass from father to child. You don't get demons from your father. You can get it from your father's lineage, but it's always going to come through your mother. So when you get older and you start to take on your father's attributes and watch his ways of doing things, then you can pick up his demons. But initially, demons are almost always passed by the mother. And that's just because of her energy field. And your energy field as a child, you're susceptible to that. Demons come to us through the woman. Again, nothing wrong with women or anything like that. It's just the fact that they are more susceptible to these things. That's what makes women more powerful spiritually. Okay, so almost always it comes through your mom. Your mother picks up your dad's demons and then passes them to you when you're born, when you're a child, all that stuff. When you get older, you can pick up your own demons. After the age of 7, the Jesuits understand this, and that's why they take children before the age of 7. And then again, when you're 13, you can have the power to command demons and all that stuff. But again, you have to be a very special type of person. You have to have the ability to see these things, not with your eyes, but with your spirit. And Jesus was one of those rare people. Okay. All right. So how do you spot demons in your life? First of all, it's anytime you see disorder. You go to a ghetto, a demonic space. Anytime you go to a poor, impoverished place, it's full of demons. That's why it's impoverished. If you go to a person's house and it's full of clutter, demon possession. Immediately, walk out immediately. You know that. You can tell, you can feel it. There's demonic energies there. Go into a forest. I've been into many demon possessed forests. You can feel it. It's an energy of destruction and death. You can feel it. Even if there's nothing happened there, like no humans have been there, you can tell there's a demonic presence. And the forest is dark. It's covered with lichens and mushrooms, believe it or not, which can help you to see things. That's why when you eat psychedelic mushrooms, you're more susceptible to demon possession. Not a good thing or a bad thing. Just understand that it opens up your energy field. That's it. You're also susceptible to positive incursions from positive spirits and ancestors and things like that. But clutter in your life is a sign how to spot demons. Illness, poverty, poor relationships, broken relationships, bad relationships are a sign. Anytime you have an unusual amount of challenge in your life. I have had demon possession, okay? I've had it in my life, experienced it, and I'm breaking through that. These two videos are a demonstration of that. Like, this is my task. I have to do this to break the cycle. It's part of my, you could call it karma. I hate that word, but because it's so misused. But it's part of my dharma. I'll use it that way. It's part of my work, okay? So you have unusual challenges in life. Like, let's say that you're a very qualified person, or let's say you're an extremely attractive woman, and no man wants to deal with you. Like, no man wants to come near you, and the only men that come near you are like really psycho, weird creeps. Demon possession. When you clear that demonic possession from your life, you'll notice that the creepy, weird guys will stop following you, and only the best guys will approach you. And you'll be able to choose from them who's going to be your suitor. Another way to spot demons is destructive patterns in your life. And like I talked about clutter. If you have clutter in your life, immediately clean it up. That's a great sign of demonic possession, is clutter. Clutter is like it's a manifestation of disharmonious energy. So again, Think of life as like this. God is like this, a life that's a flow that moves in one direction. Any energy that moves opposite to that is demonic. And obviously everything comes from God, but these things are problematic for humans. Feelings of hopelessness and feelings of hope are demonic. Hope is belief that is never going to be fulfilled. Hopelessness is obviously demonic. You can see how it would be. It tears your spirit down. But hope tears your spirit down too. You want to always aim for certainty. Aim for certainty. That's what faith is. Faith transcends hope. The word hope is used in the Bible as a positive thing, but that's only because in modern parlance, in modern colloquial English, the word hope is not the same word that was used in the Bible when it was translated. And so following translations have used that word hope, but the word hope is actually a demonic thing. Okay. Think about, like, if you hope for something, I hope that I'll get better. When you're certain that you'll get better, it works out. When you're certain that things are going to work out for you, you do everything you can to make it work out. But when you hope things will work out, it's like trying. It's attempting. You never win. You never succeed with hope. So hope is another demonic sign, saying that you have demonic possession in your life. Suffering is a sign of demonic possession. Struggle and scarcity, slavery. These are signs of demonic possession. Any of these patterns are signs of demonic possession. Of course, poor health are signs of demonic possession. And you can think in your own life of times in your life when you're like, okay, well, I had some unusual challenges there and I never seem to get over them. Demonic possession. Again, going back to what is demonic energy? It is just the frequency that is disharmonious. That's it. It's an electromagnetic frequency. It's not a horned person. It's not a pitchforks and bat wings. That's theatrics. That's Hollywood. That's Dante's Inferno. That's Michelangelo. That's not reality. Okay? So, all right. So how to remove demons. This is the real important part. So how do you remove demons from your life? First of all, you can pray to the saints. Because you may not be able to reach Jesus. I hate to say this, but someone may be praying for you. Like I have someone that says that they pray for me. They've been praying demons into my life. And today is the day that ends. It gets cut off. So you have St. Nicholas that you can pray to. You can pray to St. Nicodemus, and there's several other saints. But St. Nicholas, St. Nicodemus, and St. Michael are three of the saints that you can pray to. St. Michael's a Catholic saint, also is a saint in the Orthodox Church. The Orthodox and the Catholics have the same saints up until about like 1000 or something like that, and then they start to deviate. But St. Nicholas, St. Nicodemus, and St. Michael are saints that you can pray to that will help you break the spell of the demons. By the way, you can also get an effigy of St. Michael, St. Nicodemus, or St. Nicholas and put it in your life and put it in your house. Pray to that saint. And when I say pray to the saint, what I mean is focus your energy on that saint and allow the victory of that saint to permeate your life and to fill your life. Okay? Jesus is always a great source. You can always pray to Jesus. Okay? But often it's hard to get to Jesus because you've been lied to of who he really is. Okay? So sometimes he's too far to reach, but you can always reach Jesus. And Jesus is the great demon defeater of all. Okay? Jesus is the greatest. Right? And of course, you pray to the saints. If you have ancestors that defeated certain things, they are great to link up with. If you start to have dreams of ancestors, like your grandfather, my grandfather visits me a lot. I actually saw him in a ceremony recently, and I prayed to him. And these two videos came as a result of that, realizing that I was demon possessed. I married a witch, didn't realize it. She knew she was, but anyway, let's not go into that because she may be watching. Who cares? She's what she is, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that her energy can't be a part of my life anymore. So anyway, I am the child of a woman that had that sort of energy. She may not realize it, and it's not a good or bad thing, but she has that energy, and that energy is negative to me. And by the way, demonic energy is not always, it's not always like someone, so someone can send demonic energy your way and not necessarily be out to your detriment. They could be praying for you to become a doctor, but your life mission is to become a priest. And they're praying, God, please, they'll help him to go to med school, help him to do well in the MCATs and da 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 da. And they're actually praying demonic energy in your life because your life is increased by going with the flow of your life. But when you go opposite to that, that's demonic. Very simple. in any way and shape or form. Life is very binary in that sense. It's very clean and clear. Kids understand that. Like I said, children under the age of 5, I'll say under the age of 3 and 4 because now kids are so indoctrinated. But under the age 3 and 4, children understand that. So anyway, um, so we're talking about how to remove stuff. So if you have a demon possession, you notice that there's a negative pattern in your life that's leading to destruction or disharmony. What you can do is get help. Okay? Okay. Yeah. So you can get help. Going to a trusted priest, a trusted person, meaning a person who has your best interests in mind, a trusted person. That's important. Ancestors who visit you in dreams and visit you in visions can help as well. All right. And this is a real simple one. One of the easiest way to get rid of demons is to declutter your life. If you notice that you have a lot of clutter, disharmony in your life, start cleaning things up. Like one of the things I've noticed is if I start to notice like that my space starts to get cluttered, I have to stop immediately and start cleaning up. Get rid of trash. That's one of the biggest, most powerful ways to get rid of demon possession is get rid of trash. You notice that, look, I don't need this anymore. It's clutter. And look, I'm going to admit this. I have little areas of clutter in my life and little areas of clutter here, clutter there. As I clean those out of my life, I start to notice that I have more peace, more clarity. I'm able to forgive people. I go through the works. Huge thing. And finally, last but not least, forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive people who've hurt you. Forgive people who've harmed you. Forgive those in your life who created negative patterns for you. Because that is one of the greatest ways to remove the demons from your life, is through forgiveness. Forgive yourself for allowing those energies to enter your life, and forgive others. Forgive yourself 1,000 times, as St. Nicodemus said. Forgive yourself 1,000 times if you have to, every single day. And forgive yourself every single time as if it was the first time. God's forgiveness is stronger than that. And so as you forgive yourself, you start to align with that, what I was talking about earlier, that flow of life, that flow of life. Focus on that, okay? And then, like I said, declutter your life, forgive others. So why? When you declutter your life, there's no place for these demonic energies to land. Think of demonic energies like birds. Like they're birds, right? And they can only land on people who are receptive to them. Like a parasite can only inhabit a host that is weak enough for the parasite to stay. Because if you have a worm in your system, it's because your system was weak enough not to destroy it. Your body, cancer is a parasite. Cancer is a parasite. Worms are parasites. All kinds of sicknesses. Viruses are parasites, right? They latch onto your energy and they suck and drain you dry of that energy, and that takes away from your life force. Demons are that way. Demonic energies are that way. So when you declutter your life, you start to remove those things. Remove negative relationships. Cut people off that do not serve you. That is removing demons from your life. And you'll start to notice that you have energy. You have joy. You have resilience. You have power. You feel restored. That is the key. Okay? So we as human beings are electromagnetic frequencies. That's ultimately what we are. When this body dies, when you're dead and you're gone, that's all you are, is an electromagnetic frequency. So demonic possession is just draining that electromagnetic frequency. You're a very high rarefied form of energy. And so you're being drained of that. You notice when you see dead people, I've seen so many dead people, but like when you look at them, you see them alive, and you see them dead, and you know something's missing. It's the light, right? It's the electromagnetic ball of energy that was that person, that consciousness ball. That's gone from their life. Okay, so we are spirit, just like the Bible says. God is spirit. You must worship Him in spirit and in truth. I know there's a lot more people in the chat, so make sure you drop likes. I know there's a lot more people in the chat than what's showing, so make sure you drop likes. And so let me close out and finish this out. So, how to keep them out is to stay in a state of forgiveness, in a state of pleasure, in a state of flow. If you start to notice any clutter, anything picking up in your life, any rot, any deterioration, that sort of thing, remove it from your life immediately. Just remove it from your life. Remove it from your life. So thank you for watching, those who did watch. Thanks for the comments, for those who did comment. And I'm going to move on and continue working.